I've just been like having a bit of a think and about like videos and content creation and stuff like that. I guess I want to pose a bit of a question to you guys watching. Who are your kind of inspirations? Don't have to be somebody famous, can be someone you know in real life. I guess for me it's a blend of all different people, not just filmmakers and whatnot. And I'm specifically at the minute, cause like my head's kind of in like YouTube mode, like thinking all different like videos and stuff to do, just the way I want to kind of take the YouTube and help take the YouTube forward with the rest of the team. My favourite YouTuber is actually a guy called Jake, or Naked Jakey, you might know him as properly on YouTube, and he makes like gaming videos, but he does them in like a really unique way that is very specific to him. Like once you've seen his videos, you would only associate that style with him, and I like it because he's just a normal dude who just has like a passion for something in the gaming world. It could be like he loved a specific thing. Like there's a video he did called PS1 Demo Disc, which is like my most rewatched video of his that he's done, and he's literally just talking about these demo discs that when he was little he would get in these Pizza Hut boxes, and it's just him kind of explaining like the opportunities that kind of presented him like in his gaming like life and with his friends as well, and it's stuff like that that I really kind of respond to on YouTube. And from an editing standpoint as well, his videos are really like well produced, and it's quite simple as well the way he does them, but there's just something about his kind of production method and his ethos that just really hits a chord with me. But yeah, I'm just thinking a lot about that at the minute, and I think it's good to have kind of things you aspire to, not just necessarily goals, but kind of role models as well, things that people do that inspire, the way they go about their life, how they've achieved certain things. It's good to have that. There's people in my everyday life that inspire me, people at JumpCut definitely, the team, everybody on that team just striving for so many different goals and passions. It's great, and I know I say it nearly every week in every episode, but it's lovely to see everybody so passionate about different things and aspiring to those goals, and other people like my family as well, what they've achieved. It's just, I know it sounds like a bit of a ramble, but it's just good to have those things to look back on, especially in this time of isolation where it can seem to a lot of us like it's very repetitive, things aren't changing, but I think they are. We're seeing some change, but I think it's important to remember that we can still have the aspirations and goals and things we want to do, whether it be filmmaking or anything in your life. It's good to still have that in your mind and at the forefront, just to keep positive and keep that as a reminder of like when we get through this, we've still got something to go towards.
Hi, I'm Bella and I run Backscatter Productions, which is a production company that aims to give a platform to new and diverse voices in the film industry. I'm currently producing a new short film, Farewell She Goes, with my co-producer Kat White. Farewell She Goes is an 18th century story about women's rights, about female friendship and about race. It was inspired by the real life story of a woman called Dido Elizabeth Bell, who was a mixed race heiress that grew up in British aristocracy in the 18th century. Kat and I became fascinated with this story about Dido and her relationship with her cousin Elizabeth Murray. We became fascinated with this story where a white woman and a mixed race woman, as white women and a mixed race woman ourselves, grew up as sisters and as equals and as cousins by blood in British aristocracy in that time. This is something that we do not see. It is not represented on our screens, and we became completely enchanted by their story. Farewell She Goes is solely and wholeheartedly about female friendship, and that is something else we feel extremely strongly about, because women have not been fairly represented in film over the past years, and you know, a woman's role in film has more often than not been just to support the male protagonist. But now we are starting to see a change in the film industry, with stories of female friendship starting to, you know, work their way up, and we feel really strongly about being a part of this change. we really want to just inspire and excite and engage young women with this story, and especially young women of colour, and we would love your help to make that possible. We have a Kickstarter campaign which will be linked here, I believe, so you can go and read our story in full and hear about why we want to tell this story. Even if you can't donate, it would just be amazing if you could share it anyway, and we'd be hugely grateful. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Jessica Pena, and I'm the recruitment manager for JumpCut Online. I've been with the site for over 2.5 years now, and in that time I've written reviews, did a few little articles here and there, some interviews I'm very proud of, and I've attended local festivals as well as the Sundance Film Festival twice now in a row. And given everything that's been happening this year, I was super thankful to have gone this year. So hopefully things will come back to normal. Cross your fingers. But with that being said, we've been navigating it, and we have a lot of cool ideas brewing in behind the scenes, and a lot of reshuffling of goals and sort of plans for the site, as well as the new assigned editors. I know you've heard from Fiona Underhill, our reviews editors, the unparalleled Fiona Underhill. And you've also heard from Corey Hughes, our pitches editor. And what I'll be doing that will work sort of in junction with those editors is recruiting a lot of writers to the site and welcoming them to pitch to us. We're in a super thankful position, thank you Patreons, to be able to commission pieces, a few per month, starting this year. So that's a really cool thing we've got going. And in the role itself, it's really significant because there's a lot to be recognized still in film criticism, I feel. Someone who experienced life different than you is going to view a film different than you, even though you're watching the same thing. My face is itchy. But so that being said, the nuances and the cracks of film writing, we hope to sort of let that flourish in every writer and every writer that comes to write for us, pretty much. Because let's say Sebastian Lelio is a fantastic woman. The identity of that art is going to be found a little different. It's going to be discovered and empathized with a little different, coming from a transgender film critic. And let's say Roma is going to be translated a little differently for someone who experienced Mexico as part of their life, or if it's in their past, or if it's in their heart to some capacity, stuff like that, and cool little think pieces. So we're looking ahead on that, and super grateful to be welcoming new names to the site, names you haven't heard of, their words you haven't read. So that's gonna be really cool. So I'm really excited to do that. That's pretty much it. I don't know how to sign off on this other than wash your hands.
Hi guys, just want to drop in this week with a little discussion on mental health. So this is something that's really important to myself and the JumpCut team. My idea to do this was kind of sparked by two things really. My own guilt and pressure, first of all, for not being super productive during quarantine times. And the main thing that sparked this idea for me to talk about was actually from our director for I Love You Guys, Billie, who you're going to meet after this, who tweeted something just over a week ago now that really struck a chord with myself, and I think is very important for a lot of people to hear. So what Billie said was a reminder basically to take care of the creator, not the creations. What she said is, don't allow the love of what you do to overtake the importance of looking after your heart. Some people will need their art more than ever right now, and some people need a break more than ever. Listen to yourself, encourage yourself, and allow yourself to breathe. Really beautiful words there from Billie, and I think, as I said, very important for a lot of people to listen to and take comfort in, you know, seeing people like Billie tweet this and hearing other people talk about it makes me realise that the pressure and guilt that I'm feeling right now is very normal, and that we shouldn't really feel that way. You know, this is a ridiculous time for our minds to comprehend. Really weird situation. To just get up in the morning and do your normal stuff, you know, getting dressed, eating healthy, exercising, is quite frankly enough, to be honest. Anything beyond that is a massive, amazing bonus. So, you know, keep yourself busy, create what you can, but really, really important not to force yourself to do that. If your mind isn't feeling ready to do that on a certain day, then that day is not the day to do it. Don't force yourself, because ultimately the work that you come out with after that is not going to reflect your best work anyway. You're gonna probably feel more down by doing that anyway. I think the key is to rest. Just, as I said, get through the normal day-to-day stuff, and when a wave of creativity does hit, take advantage of that. But don't, you know, try and get a square into a circle and force that in there. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Do something else and wait for that time to come. It is a struggle to create at the best of times, even more so now. So if you're not creating anything, don't worry about it. Same here. Just stay safe, relax, and we're always here to chat if you need to. I'm always happy to discuss ideas with people and help people with whatever I can. But yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, and look after yourself mentally as well. Really, really important right now.
Hi guys, my name's Billie and I'm the director of I Love You Guys. First of all, I just wanted to take this opportunity to say, if you're watching this and you donated to help us reach our Kickstarter goal, then thank you so much, because literally every single pound that came through, we were celebrating in the group chat. We were just literally, our minds were blown by the support. We kind of expected, you know, we trusted people to like be behind the project, and we trusted the idea, and we love Corey's script, but it's so strange when people who know really like the smallest amount about your project actually help you out. So yeah, we just wanted to say a big thank you for that. Jacob just asked if I would come on here and give you guys a quick update of what's going on with us. So obviously it's May in a couple of weeks, and that was actually when we were meant to shoot. We'd been looking at locations and we'd had discussions with some really great ones, and we were getting ready to go on recce's and, you know, tech rehearsals and ready to do all of that stuff. And unfortunately, obviously because of all of this, we cannot, but that's fine, because staying inside, staying home, staying healthy is way more important. But in the meantime, that just means we get more time to do prep. I recently just started writing a short film, which is unheard of for me because I love features. I love writing features. I love how complex they are. I love how much time they take. And I've only written one feature before completely for my graduation project at the end of last year. And I really loved that, and I want to edit it at some point, but I'm just not like fully emotionally detached from it yet, which I feel like I have to be critical with it, and so I'll come back to it in some time. But I do have a couple of other feature ideas for biopics that I'm really set on doing, so at some point I will work on that. But for now I'm working on a short because I think it's a really good discipline to learn and something that I haven't really dipped my toe into before. I hate that phrase, it's so gross, but And the other thing I'm working on is actually a podcast that I launched called Through Their Story, and it invites a guest on each week to talk about their life stories, because since becoming an entertainment journalist, I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of really interesting people, and it was particularly inspired by my first guest, who is actually what I'm going to talk to you about today, because it's the project that I've been working on. It's behind me here. So if you read JumpCut online, which I'm sure you do if you're watching this, then you might have noticed back in January I wrote my first article for them, and it was about Just Mercy and about the system that it portrays in the film. And I spoke to a man named David, and he was actually in the movie because Brian Stevenson put in a couple of people that he had actually who he'd actually represented in real life. And David actually reached out to me a couple days after I saw the film at a press screening. I had tweeted about it being like, still thinking about Just Mercy or something, and then he messaged me and he sent me a link to his story, and I was just completely inspired. And so when I wrote that piece, he was definitely someone I wanted to talk to. We recorded our episode a couple of weeks ago, and I've just been editing and posting a episode preview, which will be up the same day as this video. So if you'd like to go over and watch it, then it's on throughtheirstory.com, and you can just have a listen. And if it's something that you might be interested in listening to, then the first full episode comes out on Friday, May 1st, and it'll be on Spotify and Anchor and the website. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy and well, and hopefully I'll be back with some more exciting I Love You Guys updates soon.